The idea for First the Egg began, as most of my books do, as something that popped into my head and I thought was, oh, that would be a cool thing, it would be a cool idea. I always start off that way. And so I begin in my journal and I just do little sketches. And in the case of First the Egg, what I did was I cut a hole in a blank page in my journal, just a little rectangular hole. And on the page underneath the hole, I drew a picture of a flower with the center of the flower looking like a seed. And the center of the flower was what you saw through the hole if you closed it with the first page. So that's what I showed my editors, the seed, and then you turn it and it's a flower. And he basically said, okay, that's a book, do that. And it started off as a book about transformations. The idea of this book becoming a list bothered me, as it so often does whenever I make a concept book. I always want it to be more cohesive and more, even if it's a simple narrative, to have something more. So I started to work on it. And this is where being an animator really came into play, because I thought, well, if I say seed flower or egg chicken or any of the things that are transforming in this book, what about the in-between stage? What about how we get from one place to another? And in fact, the in-between stage was actually also a solution to a technical problem, because if you look at the book in terms of its die cuts and you see that, on the right side you see a die cut of an egg, and then you turn the page to reveal the chicken underneath. Well, now what happens to that die cut that's now on the left side of the page? It can't just be there for no reason. So I had to, it was sort of a design challenge in making it work. And it worked out beautifully, because